Hello there. Let's take a quick look at rubrics. When we're looking at a course, in this case a master course, we can click on rubrics here on the left-hand side, and you can see here that we have a discussion rubric. Okay, so notice the first thing is if you move your cursor so that it's over the rubric at this horizontal bar here, notice this pencil appears and the X. The X would be to delete it, and the pencil would be to edit it. Okay, you can also add a rubric and type everything in manually. We have the ability to copy rubrics from one course to another, but you have to be really careful with that. So let me know if you need any help on that. Okay, so let's talk about editing this particular rubric. In this case, click on the pencil and I'm immediately into edit mode. Okay, I can rename the rubric here if for some reason I want to have a different name for it. In this case, I'm going to leave it the way it is. What I'm going to do in this one is notice that this particular rubric is set to be at 18.75 points for the rubric. And of course, that doesn't work for everybody. So in this case, let's just say we're going to change it to 35 points. So let's say we're going to have 15 points for the initial post. We're going to have 15 points for the reply to peers. And then we'll have a language and grammar, and we're going to have that at 5 points. Whoops, let me move this picture out of the way here. Now you can see that we have a rubric with 35 points. Okay, another thing that we may want to do is we may want to edit any of the criteria. So you could click on the pencil and that would edit the criteria name. And you can put a longer description, which we don't have in this particular case. You can also edit the points. In this one, we did increase and make this a more robust discussion than our normal 100 to 200 words. So you can change that by clicking on the pencil and then just come in here and editing. You can also pull this down so you have more real estate if you need it. Of course, you can also edit the title, which I would recommend leaving them the same for consistency. And most importantly, you can adjust the scores. So if you like working with whole numbers, of course, this will be greater than, but let's just say that we want to make this 12. We'll do greater than 12, and we'll say update the rating. So when we made this greater than 12, that made the top of this level, this criteria being 12. So we want to make it into all whole points. So let's just edit this one and we'll call it 10. And we'll edit this end and we'll call it 5. Okay, now you can see we've got nice whole numbers and you have a range that we're going to be able to grade to give an exemplary score. You can give anywhere from 12 to 15 points. Of course, if you don't want the range, you could get rid of this. Okay. So that is how you go through and edit every row. When you get finished, you would click Update Rubric, which I do not want to do because I don't want to change it in this particular case, but I wanted to show you how to change it. Okay, so if you do say Update the Rubric, then it becomes a 35-point rubric. Now the key to this is you must do this editing before you attach the discussion rubric to multiple discussions. Okay, Canvas is a little finicky about that, so make sure your discussion rubrics are all exactly the way you want them. Your written paper rubrics are the way you want them, whatever the assignments are. And then once you have them and you're towards the end of getting ready to have your course ready to be completed in the development, then you would want to attach the rubric to the course. Thank you very much for your time.